Hello, this is Christian Osa, and I'm from Pereira, Risaralda. It's the 22nd of February, and I'm here to present my presentation from an article called Issues in Teachers' Professional Development. High School EFL Teachers' Identity and Their Emotions Towards Language Requirements. Now, what this really basically speaks about, this article, or at least this title, it's telling us, it's going to talk about researchers that went into studying how identity and politics in language teaching affects a teacher's self-identity. So here we go. The research questions in my article were in what way do high school EFL's teachers feel that language requirements associated with the National Bilingual Policy affect their identity as language learners and as professional language teachers? Well, and what other aspects do EFL teachers feel have influenced the development of their identities? Okay, so those were the research questions. They wanted to know exactly how teachers feel, that the policies of their schools and stuff like and policies and regulations, how does that affect language teaching, and how does that affect their overall identity as teachers, Colombian teachers? The population was high school students from grades 6 to 11 in Colombia. At the beginning, 14 out of 20 experienced high school teachers joined this study. This study was done in the Colombian educational system within the context of national bilingualism, incorporated by by the Colombian government in 2004, which was El Plan Nacional de Lingüismo. A plan that has been actually pretty problematic. Okay, so in the lit review, we have many implications. We have that identities are constructed on shared meanings according to Wenger, according to the experiences we have in classrooms, according to our context, according to how dedicated we are, our identities will form according to these characteristics. One's identity is constructed and communicated in various discourse forms, reflecting how learning changes who we are. So learning actually affects people's identity. They actually start feeling different, and you start feeling like you're changing because you're learning a new culture, a new language, a new way to express yourself. According to Van Mies, Morgan, and Johnson, it's necessary to distinguish between research on teachers' professional identity in general and language teacher identity. There's a difference there. Varghese summarized the most important issue in identity research as the following: that it's always changing, and that it's being constructed and maintained through discourse. And third, that in psychology, identity entails having a personal and a social identity. So this means that language teachers' personal identity is based on our personal biographies, our own likes, our dislikes, our interests, our knowledge, and even our beliefs go into there. Personal theories, personal practical knowledge, and the social knowledge is defined through multiple memberships, belonging to this, to a research program, to university, to a school, etc., etc. These studies also explore how identity is also deeply affected by this native non-native movement. Okay, like there's actually places right now in the world, language programs, very well paying ones, that actually exclude this non-native speaker thing. And this is a problem because when you put native speakers over non-native speakers, you could be putting a native speaker that probably did not become a professional in language teaching, and you're making them, you're putting them over someone that may not speak the language as well, but is a legitimate language professional, and this is a problem. The results and findings were that in the first part of the survey, 14 participants joined in stage 2. The autobiographical, or 4 participants were left, and by the third stage, only 3 participants were left. In this stage, a survey was done to see a correlation between the teachers' personal beliefs and their identity. The second one was they had to give practically write an autobiography of themselves. And then finally there was an interview, a full-blown interview, very deep questions, very specific about how teachers feel about teaching.